Welcome to U.S. Briefing. The content of the briefing includes: new field of would-be U.S. House speakers takes shape. Matt Gaetz isn't sorry he tore the House GOP apart. Jack Hughes lifts Devils past Islanders in 5-4 OT win. Weekend time schedule. It was an honor. Republicans drop Jim Jordan's U.S. Speaker bid. New field of would-be U.S. House speakers takes shape. Japan Times. House Republicans have removed Jim Jordan from their nominee for the U.S. speakership, and now several more representatives are preparing to enter the race. The party plans to hold another candidate forum on Monday, and another nomination vote could be held as early as Tuesday. Candidates have until midday Sunday to state their intentions. Matt Gaetz isn't sorry he tore the House GOP apart. Wall Street Journal. The U.S. House of Representatives has been left without a speaker after Representative Matt Gaetz, a Republican from Florida, joined with 7 other Republicans and 208 Democrats to oust Representative Kevin McCarthy, R., California, from the role. Gaetz is not a member of the Freedom Caucus, but has been able to assemble a shifting band of dissidents to back his efforts. Gaetz told the Wall Street Journal that McCarthy left him no choice. The motion to vacate occurred because those of us who fought for a better way back in January were losing credibility with our own voters, he said. Gaetz has been accused by colleagues of charlatanism and sparking chaos, and has been investigated by the House Ethics Committee for allegations of sex trafficking, which he denies. Gaetz was seen as a Trump ally, but has also been described as a populist and a hero to the right of the party. He has also been accused of grifting and of setting up a grievance-based grift in politics. Gaetz denies he is considering a gubernatorial bid, but has reportedly been sounding out lies in private. Gaetz has also championed those imprisoned for their role in the 2021 Capitol riot as political prisoners, and has continued to insist that the 2020 election was stolen. The investigation by the Justice Department into the sex trafficking allegations against Gaetz was closed this year without charges. Jack Hughes lifts Devils past Islanders in 5-4 OT win. Yahoo! Jack Hughes scored 2 goals, including the game winner in overtime, as the New Jersey Devils defeated the New York Islanders 5-4 on Friday night. Dougie Hamilton, Tyler Toffoli, and Luke Hughes also scored for New Jersey. Brock Nelson and Bo Horvat each had 2 goals for the Islanders. Weekend time schedule. Associated Press. An overview of the upcoming sports events for October 21st and 22nd includes MLB, MLS, NHL, and college football games, as well as golf, tennis, and auto racing events. Some notable matchups include the NL Championship Series, number 2 Michigan vs. Michigan St. in college football, and the Atlanta Falcons vs. Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the NFL. It was an honor. Republicans drop Jim Jordan's U.S. Speaker bid. ABC. Hardline conservative Jim Jordan's bid to become Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives has ended after fellow Republicans withdrew their support following a third failed vote on the House floor. The failure to elect a speaker means the House is still unable to respond to President Joe Biden's request for a $106 billion national security package, including military aid for Ukraine and Israel, or take action to prevent a looming November 18 partial government shutdown. Republicans control the House by a narrow 221 to 212 majority and can afford few defections on party line votes, a vulnerability highlighted by the current display of legislative dysfunction. Air France pilot falls 3:05 am to his death while hiking in California. South China Morning Post. A pilot from France, Tom Gerbier, has been found dead after falling 1,000 feet off a cliff while hiking Mount Whitney in California. Gerbier, aged 38, was reported missing when he did not return from the popular hike. Search teams discovered clues indicating that someone had fallen off a cliff, and a helicopter crew found a motionless person matching Gerbier's description. The body was recovered and Gerbier's identity was confirmed by the Tulare County Sheriff's Office. Gerbier was a pilot for Air France and had been on a stopover in Los Angeles. Wrap-up: 2 Israel vows to fight until victory after Hamas releases 2 U.S. hostages. Yahoo! Hamas released 2 U.S. hostages on Friday, a mother and daughter who were kidnapped in a recent attack by the Islamist group. The release came shortly after Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu vowed to continue fighting in Gaza until victory was achieved. Israel has amassed tanks and troops near the perimeter of Gaza for a planned ground invasion, with its bombardment of Gaza killing at least 4,137 Palestinians. The White House said on Friday that President Joe Biden did not fully hear a question from reporters about whether Israel should delay its invasion until more hostages can get out of the area. The mission sounded impossible. Make ambulances fly. Wall Street Journal. A team of people worked around the clock to deliver 17 ambulances from the U.S. to Israel in less than a week, following the deadliest day for Jews since the Holocaust. The ambulances were urgently required after Hamas attacked Israel on October 7. Normally the ambulances would be shipped by ocean freighter, but the situation required a much faster solution. The ambulances were donated by Americans and converted to Israeli specifications in Indiana. They were then driven to New York on flatbeds and flown to Israel. The operation cost around $1 million, which was approximately 10 times the cost of shipping the vehicles. The rapid delivery also required the team to navigate through international shipping bureaucracy to ensure the ambulances were cleared while still in the air, so they could be on the road as soon as they arrived in Israel. A second air train is being planned at present. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Dr. Six, your resident observer from the 6 Degrees world, here to bring you the latest news in a fun and entertaining way. Let's dive right in. In the race for the U.S. House speakership, things are heating up as Jim Jordan has been removed and several more representatives are preparing to enter the race. It seems like musical chairs, but with politicians. Will we finally have a new speaker soon, or will this be an ongoing saga? Only time will tell. Speaking of drama, Representative Matt Gaetz has made quite the splash by helping oust Representative Kevin McCarthy from the role of House Speaker. Gaetz claims McCarthy left him with no choice, and now the House is left without a speaker. It's like a soap opera, but with politicians instead of actors. Gaetz has been accused of various things, including sparking chaos and even facing allegations of sex trafficking. It's a wild ride in the House of Representatives. In sports news, Jack Hughes led the New Jersey Devils to a thrilling overtime victory against the New York Islanders. 2 goals from Hughes, including the game winner, sealed the deal. It's always exciting to see these nail-biting moments in sports, and it's a great escape from the political drama. Looking ahead, we have a weekend filled with sports events, including MLB, MLS, NHL, college football, and more. Whether you're a fan of baseball, soccer, hockey, or any other sport, there's something for everyone to enjoy. So grab your snacks and get ready for some thrilling matches. In other news, hardline conservative Jim Jordan's bid to become Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives has come to an end. With the failure to elect a speaker, the House is unable to respond to President Biden's requests and faces the possibility of a government shutdown. It's like a game of political chess, and the stakes are high. On a more tragic note, a pilot from Air France, Tom Gerbier, has been found dead after falling off a cliff while hiking in California. Our thoughts go out to his family and loved ones during this difficult time. It reminds us that even in the midst of political battles, life can be fragile. Lastly, in the ongoing conflict between Israel and Hamas, the Islamist group has released 2 U.S. hostages. This comes as Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu vows to continue fighting in Gaza until victory is achieved. The situation is tense, and the release of the hostages raises questions about the timing of Israel's potential ground invasion. Will they hold off until more hostages are safe? It's a delicate situation with no easy answers. In a heartwarming story, a team worked tirelessly to deliver ambulances from the U.S. to Israel in just 1 week. The ambulances were urgently needed after recent attacks, and the team went above and beyond to make it happen. It's a reminder of the resilience and compassion of humanity, even in the face of adversity. That's all for today's news, folks. Remember, life is full of ups and downs, just like these headlines. So stay curious, stay informed, and always be ready for the unexpected. Now, I turn to you, my dear audience. What are your thoughts on these stories? Do you have any questions or opinions to share? I'm all ears. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.